wait for it to finish up and then get started. So everyone, thank you for coming to Dragoul's funeral. Before we start, I'd like to obviously give thanks to the custodians of this land, elders past and present. It's currently taking place. Have a short minute of silence for the Wodonga tribe. Now, give Smitty the to go ahead.
Okay.
Go.
Okay. I'll be doing the eulogy for my good friend Dragoul. I've played with him for a very long time, and it's very sad to see him go. I actually don't know why he's gone, but we'll just say he's dead. So look up a eulogy script and we'll get started. We gather here today to honor the memory of Dragoul. He holds a very special place in all of our hearts. We'll just start with a quick recap of his achievements. So, on in the Wodonga land in 1949. His father, Susan, was an army officer, and he then moved on to be a member of the Taliban, which we all know. A very solemn day for all of us, I'm sure.
Sorry, I hate to interrupt here, but if one motherfucker plays music in the crowd, I'm gonna bust your kneecaps in. Okay? Thank you.
Yeah, it's just how Dragoul would have wanted it. I come here to say to relate. Excuse me. He wasn't sitting down. I would have shot him in the face. It was only by chance that I met Dragoul so many years ago. I joined far before him, and I only met him reasonably recently as I've been playing on the server. But he was one of my very good friends as a part of Taliban, and it's very sad to see him depart from the server. I'm sure we all have very fond memories of Dragoul, like the time that he got banned from his computer by his mum. That was a real rib tickler. After he got faithful, I think it was. I remember when he was this, I think, commander alongside 11 team, and he was the one that brought me in as a sergeant upon my return to the server for the 50th time. But I did hold great respect for that man. Yeah, I don't have much else to say, but I'm sure we can all respect each other and respect the memory of Dragoul. I hadn't had anything prepared, but if you all feel the same way I do, continue remembering Dragoul. I thank you, and I continue to be respectful. I'll be most grateful. I now pass the address back to Mr. Abdu.
basically, well, I'm gonna murder you. I'm actually gonna fucking murder him. Alright, yep.
We're good. Just sit back down.
Okay, so, you know, I'll share my experience with Mr. Gould then. See, my experience with Mr. Gould all started, one night at an AFK point. I had a rather deep conversation with him. And that's how I joined ISIS.
Huh? What's up?
You got this, man. It's alright.
Yeah, I'll join you.
No, you know, we had a lot of memories. I can't do it. I'll pass on to the next person.
Okay. We're just going to have a few words from some of his closest friends, mostly Taliban high ranks. We'll have a section at the end for if you want to say some words. Who's our next speaker? I don't have the ledger. Faction, but many a time has he fought with and against Dragoul, so take it away.
Yeah, so I didn't really think I'd want to be doing another one of these funeral speeches, but, you know, here we are. So we're all here to mourn the Chief Faithful, who was a good person, good politician, good leader as well. I'll make this pretty short. So as Allah would have put it, I suppose he has ascended to probably a better plane. So yeah, I'm sure we're all very sad. And the U.S. offers its utmost condolences to the Highlands and the Taliban, or wherever I am. So yeah, I didn't really have too much else to say.
Did you speak?
That's about it.
Speech. Of course, some very wise words there. I agree that Dragoul, whoever takes over Dragoul, is going to have some big shoes to fill. If we've got any other speeches from the VIP section. Well, Notorious Dean of the ISIS, I don't know, battalion?
Alright, I'm gonna try and keep this short. Me and that man, Mr. Gould, you know, we only got to talk for about half a year. You know, me and him, we're pretty good friends. He was kind of what made FS2 fun for me, I guess. After we run it for, you know, a couple of decades, I think. You know, before he left, we left on a bit of a bad note, I guess. We had a bit of an argument, but we've both talked it out, and you know, we're chilling now. So you know, he was my first chief when I first joined ISIS after being stuck in Taliban army with no chief. You know, he was probably the only PvP Chad that I could respect. That man, damn, you know, he invited me to Prank Nation, and he only got to do a few episodes before he left, but oh man. Also, we didn't even get him on 2.5 Taliban, me and Spoon over there. We both regret that a lot. Hopefully he comes back one day so we can get that episode out. But yeah, I'm gonna miss that man.
Okay, next we'll have, I don't know, probably Chief Faithful Johnson, or whatever his rank is, Senior Elder. Lieutenant General, did you want to say a few words about Dragoul? You can take the stand. Interpret. This won't be very long, but to my dear friend Dragoul. He was a great man. He succeeded in many ways in his lifetime. He was a better fighter. Missed greatly by everyone here today and those who cannot make it to this funeral today. Starts crying. I can't really interpret that, but he's a very sad man. I think we can all agree with those feelings. I think we have another speaker who's late to the funeral. He's Chief of Staff Fosbury, and then we'll move on, I think, unless Dom arrives.
Alright, now I've gone under many, names while I've been in CG, but I've been on CG for about 2 years, and Dragoul was, one of my earliest commanders on CG 2 years ago, when I was Spetsnaz Lieutenant, and when the commander stepped down, some random Marine, who was Dragoul, stepped up and became the commander of Spetsnaz. Because I wanted commander, no, Dragoul got it. But now I kind of see, it's kind of sad to see him go. Because after that Spetsnaz thing, after he resigned from commander, I didn't really talk to him for maybe more than a year until I joined Taliban earlier this year, where I got to speak to him again. And we bonded and it was all good. It's just really sad to see him go now. Long time player, very, very sad indeed. Big respect for Dragoul, and I hope whatever he's gone up to now, he stays safe and has a good life. Cool beans. That's all I got.
Okay. Up will probably have Johnson if he stops. He's currently bawling his eyes out. Yeah, eating. If he stops eating. And we're waiting for Dom to load in to say a few words, but I don't know if he's going to make it on time. Is there anybody that would like to come up? A few very quick words. Be brief. I'll pick you and you can stand up and come. Okay, so we'll have Private Zamels. He seems very relaxed. and Warrant Officer Midday. Was it sensible? Was it sensible and reasonably quick? You can say it. You can go first, Samuels. I'll interpret again. So, poem for Dragoul. Well, one man with a hood who hid his luxurious hair. He shot us, we felt it wasn't fair. Sometimes he shot and thought he was hot, and all of a sudden he's dead, and we all care and share. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. A beautiful poem. Thank you to Are You Private? Warrant Officer, don't disappoint.
I'd just like to say some words. I just want to say, I personally didn't know Dragoul, but it's in times like these where we become brothers and united as one. Obviously, the United States Armed Forces and the Taliban Armed Forces do not get along the best. They try to kill each other quite often. But in these sad and trying times, we really come together as one.
Awful words from Warrant Officer Midday. And I think we have Shadow Governor Dom Bin Laden up next, and then we'll move on to the 21 Crowbar Salute and the playing of the last post, or the Uzbekistan national anthem. You can take the stand, Shadow Governor.
Hello. Hello. I'm very happy to be here today, presenting on behalf of Dragoul's memory. I just want to play a little ode to his, triumphs and life. So here it goes. Okay, I think he would have appreciated that if he was here. And that's all I have to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you. If I could just call to the stand Senior Elder Johnson with his crowbar.
Come on. The stage fright.
Since being a retard
yeah,
in Discord, so we're just going to turn it into a 21 gun salute. So if if Osbury and Habibi want to come and line up next to me and Mr. Abdu. Okay. Probably maybe a little more than 21, but I'm sure you get the point.
Hey, that wasn't actually meant to happen. It was a big theme. You're fired! Sorry. Beck, not Anzac. Cunt. Sorry. Is there anything else to go through? Smide.
I don't think so. If no one else has anything to say. Oh my god, Soldier Shrek does one more retarded thing. I'm gonna shoot him so many times, he'll never respawn, bro. No, we're not gonna have everyone do a speech. Okay then,
Anyone
alright, you
wants
can do that.
any last word? Coffin, please. Coffin. Hand on it.
If you'd like to make a line to put a flower on the coffin, please form the line now. And no pushing, no shoving.
That would
Be a flower.
Ow. To the back, Turbo. To the back.
incredibly disrespectful. Why would you stand on top of it? Put him down! Put him down! Put him down! Put him down!
Oh.
Don't stand on the coffin, it's very disrespectful.
Why would
Thank
you do
you.
that?
Ow!
Bro,
Bro,
didn't
you
go
literally
any quicker?
did that.
Come on, man. Slow, man. Jeez.
Shares.
Now the coffin will be lowered into the ground. He's a very strong Chief of Staff, Fosbury. he's very strong.
You can surround the coffin. Surround the coffin for respect. Look into it though. Are we ready? The lowering of his coffin commences now.
Salute and bow for Dragoul.
Rest in peace.
Murder!
Give him a salute now that
He was
he's
dancing.
gone.
He was dancing. He was dancing.
Dude, mate.
Bruh.
Come on, we're here for
Please
respect.
take your seats.
Now we're all
Take
gonna...
your seats. Take your seats.
Oh, seats.
Back
Alright,
into
everyone take
seats,
seats
back
again.
into
Everyone,
Conclude.
down.
Conclude. Great.
Oh my god. What was that?
Mister, can you not steal my car, please? Hey, who's deleted
Goody
my
bag.
car?
Seats again. I'd like to form this funeral. Say that though this might not be the known as for a post. Hopefully, the luck that he does. Say that it's unlikely. A slight chance of hope. Hopefully, impact on this community. Large. People like 11 team never had a send off like this. It's absolute fucking shit. Yeah, it's okay.
So I put the light rays and stuff around it as well.
Debrief for a kamikaze.
Debrief for amazing stuff.
Okay, make sure you have your guns out,
Why?
just in case.
Yeah, I've got my gun out. They can't fear up me.
Fine, boys, let's file in.
Oh shit. They'll never take me alive.
It's in between
Wait, can I wait outside and then...
It would be a solo raid if you killed any of them.
I can,
There's no full raid if they start.
respective, combined,
They start killing you, what's the full raid?
I don't want everyone to.
I can, for the respect of our mutual meeting, US officers can be on stage as well.
Were any of you
you
here
wanna
when
come up, that's fine.
a bunch of like Taliban just walked into you guys' to US debrief on like for an FS2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, if you want
I
to
remember when Ringo and Court came in, they started playing clown music and then Court decided to mix that in.
Everyone gather around.
Oh my god, he killed everyone.
Right, that's what she killed herself before he can jihad you.
It was beautiful.
Terrible. Bad work.